Hi everyone, welcome back to round 5. So let's have a quick look through round 4. So purchase for Germany, 5 infantry, 3 artilleries, 1 tank, and some complex repairs. He's trying to take back a few things. He didn't go for France, interestingly. He took Italy back and northwestern Europe. Which then the British, I believe, tried to take and failed, and then the Americans actually took. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, not going for French was quite an interesting move, though. That would have been the one I would have prioritised, probably, that and Italy, but yeah, fair enough. So yeah, Germany's very stretched, very stretched. This round for me is going to be pretty big, so I'm going to try and take out as many provinces around Russia as I can. Try and get my economy back up and running. It's pretty low right now, so try and replenish my my funds. But yeah, Germany's getting pretty squeezed now. Very minimal troops on the ground. Yeah, Poser Carpet should be able to deal with, or keep them occupied single-handedly. I think my plan is just to probably just sit in Belarus and Ukraine and just hold the line. Because obviously he's not going to have the resources to go for me and also defend France and northwestern Europe. So yeah, I can comfortably sit in these two and just gather the IPC, and obviously make sure it didn't go to Germany. So nothing much to report for the British move. Poser Carpet is just defending, obviously, shoring up India, which is still secure, but it is looking more under threat now. Obviously, there's some transports here. We've got a complex in Thailand, which is churning out troops by the looks of things, so there is a potential attack incoming. But I still think this would be a mistake. At this stage, definitely, the odds would, easily be in Britain's favour there, so it's going to take some time to build this up, and I don't think they're going to have the... they don't have time, because obviously America's knocking on the door with a lot of forces. If we look at the economies as well, Japan is still healthy right now, 44, still very strong. Only just behind the Americans, but what's going to happen now is going to try and chip away at their economy as quickly as I can to try and help out, obviously, THJ in the Pacific. So yeah, fairly standard build for Poser Carpet, Japan. Fighter carrier, obviously plonked the complex down into Thailand. I was still escalating as well, and obviously the Americans, THJ, he's just still escalating in the Pacific as well. Just trying to keep Japanese busy, because at the moment they've got essentially 3 fronts. They've got me, they've got the Pacific with THJ's fleet, and also they've got India. So they're not going to have the IPC to, keep up with all 3 of these areas. So it's going to, I think, very quickly crumble the Axis position now, once I start knocking off these provinces. And yeah, I would imagine it's possible that Poser Carpet pushes out as well. Obviously, it's dangerous with these 3 transports there, because they could obviously get shipped in behind and India could fall, but there is a possibility to push out here. Particularly if, obviously, these naval units go back up to defend Japan. There's a possibility of moving out and just getting really aggressive, because Japan's economy is now very much undefended. So, yeah, it's our job now to push out, so... I think 3 and 3 is fine for this turn. That's all good. So the question is, how much can I take comfortably in this round? I want to take as much as I can, obviously. So I think let's start with the Baltic states. Try and take that. Let's go 2-2, 2-2, and then I think possibly cancel one of those. Let's put 2 up into Archangel. Let's use a tank to take, what's this one? Vlogda. The remainder can go here. So, oops. So 2. There we go. I'm just trying to absolutely maximise how many I'm taking. So, if we get lucky in all of these, if we get the rolls as we should, we've got the odds in all these battles. If the odds hold, then we're going to have a very nice economy. or a decent economy by the end of this round. So see what we can do. Oh, hang on, I made a mistake. There's one more. It's going here. Yeah, there you go. One more to Archangels. We're knocking off all these. The one infantry still alive will probably go for Novo, I would guess, or pull back. Either way, it's fine. We're pushing out anyway, so fingers crossed we can take all 7 of these provinces. Let's do it. Come on, dice, be friendly. I didn't need to take the Baltic States, to be fair, but we're going to do it anyway. I'll get as much economy as I can. Obviously taking away from Germany quickly. Okay, good start. Belarusia. Not as good. Oh dear. It always gets scary when this happens. You get the misses. Okay, good. Thank Christ. It always gets scary when that happens. Okay, Ukraine. These are the main ones I want to take. There you go. Awesome. Because they're worth 2, so they're obviously very valuable. And also the German possessions, so they're more of a priority than Japanese ones, at least initially here. Archangel. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I think that was the last tricky fight. This one should be in our favour as well. More heavily. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Wow, that was awesome. So that couldn't have gone much better, to be fair. That was very good, very good. So now, obviously, Germany's economy now is completely squeezed. 19. very, very tiny. 19 is not going to be enough, obviously, to take care of Pozakarpat's constant attacks. So I think what's going to probably happen soon is going to be just a turtle situation for Berlin. Just, you know, pull everything back and just try and defend as long as he can. But obviously that's a death sentence, I think, for the Axis. But let's pull this back. So now Russia's completely safe. We're totally in the game. We've got a look at that national production of 29 now, which is awesome. So that's going to help us roll out. I think honestly, I was going to hold Belarus and Ukraine, but depending on what Germany does, I think we may as well pressure them up to Romania and Poland if we can get the troops rolling out. I won't go that far just initially. I'll make sure I get some troops rolling out first, but yeah, looking very good. So now we're going to obviously go around the back door, take out Yakuts, move down this way, and also I think we're going to probably, the main press for us is going to be go towards China and try and just, you know, take away a lot of this economy. Manchuria would be a nice one to take, obviously. Just force some kind of action from the Japanese to take their attention away from India and the Pacific. Yeah, looking very, very good, very good. I think we're almost there. Obviously, the balance of power has shifted pretty heavily in our favour now. The economies have gone way in our favour. So this difference now is only going to increase round by round. So the power bar is only going to get further and further away from being equal, which is good. So yeah, we're on the home straight now, I think. Possibly a few more rounds in it. I think we should have it. We don't need to make any unnecessary plays against Japan. I think if we just hold, defend, because Berlin is, I think, a couple of rounds away from falling, I would imagine. So what we need to do now is just obviously hold the Japanese in place, and then it should be good. It should be ours. There we go. Anyway, yeah, that's round 5, or my go at least. Let's quickly just finish up my moves as well. I'll mobilise. There we go. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in round 6. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to round 6. So let's have a quick look at round 5. Let's see what was going on. So Germany, Grievous, 5 infantry, 3 artilleries. I think just stacking Berlin now as much as he can. The pressure obviously is very much on right now. He's got no real spare troops to take back much. I think this is going to be, even the Baltic states here are going to be a real gamble to take. So obviously he needs to leave a good enough defence in Berlin to obviously make sure he holds. IPT still 25, still not terrible, but it's obviously incredibly small for Germany, and it's not enough now obviously to repel the inevitable attacks incoming. So yeah, it's looking good. I think I'm going to start pressuring. I was going to just hold Belarus and the Ukraine, but I think I'm going to have to move in now. We'll take, what's this, Romania and Poland, and yeah, really sort of tighten the grip around Berlin. From Pozakarpat, pretty much, yeah, just defensive. Going for, obviously, he's trying to, India is under pressure, but we'll get onto the THJ's move in a second. But yeah, it's slightly more under pressure, so we have to make sure this is definitely safe. So we need to obviously hold this one, and obviously he's got more infantry in Britain to keep shipping over to Europe. So let's have a look at Jubilee, sorry. 2 tanks, 4 destroyers. He's still trying to escalate. Obviously, he's struggling matching both. I think he must have put the tanks in this one into Thailand. But obviously, there's a lot of pressure here from different sides. So I think his IPC is now currently 35 national production. So obviously, he's stretched pretty thin now. But aggressive moves from THJ. End of round 5. Went for Philippines. He's gone for it. Still obviously keeping up with the escalation as well. Still producing fleet. So he's got more planes on the way. A lot of planes on the way. Now a potential option here could be... maybe not. I was thinking that Japan could possibly take out the reinforcements rather than going for the actual main fleet. But that's probably not going to do anyway, because the main fleet will be back on... will attack back at Wake Island and obviously probably wipe everything out, so it's probably not the best move. I've not done the odds calculation for this fight if Japan goes for the attack, but initially it looks quite favourable for Japan. We do obviously have 6 fighters, all defending on a 4, but there is 8 fighters actually for Japan with similar kind of numbers of battleships and that kind of thing. Actually, plenty of destroyers. Yeah, we could potentially lose the American fleet here. The one good thing is that we'll obviously take down quite a lot of things with us, because there's only 2 battleships to soak up the hits, so things will be taking hits. And we obviously have a lot of reinforcements to come, so it's not really too much of a concern if we lose this. It's a bit of a setback, but again, it's not too much of a worry. That's totally fine. So for me, while this is all happening, obviously we're going to be pushing into Japan's economy and territories around China and obviously Eastern Russia. So let's get purchasing. So I did this before. I was looking at the board before I moved earlier on in the day before I went to work. I put a tank there just to remind myself to get a tank. Cause the IPC works out nicely when I did 4, 3, and 1. So yeah, that was a good build from I prepped earlier. So we'll go with that. Also, I wouldn't mind another tank or 2 just to kind of speed through this economy as quickly as I can. My job now is obviously to try and hurt the economies of both Germany and Japan to make things easier for obviously THJ and also Poser Carpet as well. So combat move. Let's get aggressive. So Romania, Poland, Sichuan, is that? Yep. Let's get you in there with some fighter supports. Let's get you up there. Now, where do I want the tank going? Obviously, I don't mind, if Japan then attacks back in Sichuan, that's totally fine, because it means it's obviously going to alleviate some of the pressure for Britain near India, so that's totally fine, I don't mind that. I think we'll probably get the tank going up here, as it may force a reaction from Japan to draw a few of these. The only transports he's got available are in Thailand, so to have to draw troops back to defend Manchuria is going to be a bit of a pain for him, so we'll pressure Manchuria. There's a threat obviously there to go for Manchuria next round, so he'll have to deal with that. And also we're going to have a spare artillery to go for Xinjiang. I should know all these provinces by now. I've been playing for 300 hours in this game. I should know what the province is. There's a lot of awkward ones though, some weird, especially around Russia, some strange ones. Okay, so I think that's probably... We'll throw another fighter just to make sure we take that cleanly. Apart from that, I think we're good. That's all we really need to do. Yep, that's good. Bit of economy back for America here as well, which would be nice. Two IPC is always useful. Shame. Okay, so I'm going to get obviously things moving forward. I don't necessarily need to... I could be awkward there, and obviously, if I move in an anti-air gun, he'd like to probably take this back with infantry, artillery, maybe with some bomber support, fighter support, but actually, it's probably not worth it. We've not got the troops to do that, so let's just move in normally. Let's get you guys moving this way. Yeah, let's move some more over here. So tank, I think probably Let's get this there, this here, and the tank in Russia. There you go. That's good. Awesome. So, economy-wise, we're doing much better now. 32. We're actually equal with Japan now, which is crazy. Good for us, obviously. So yeah, Germany's getting heavily squeezed. Heavily squeezed. I think our job's going to be just keep the pressure on, keep these two now, keep Poland and Romania, keep pushing back against Germany, force them to spend troops out here, and possibly even try and take Southern Europe. That'd be pretty nice as well. A little bonus territory. We're just supporting Poser Carpet in the harassment of Germany, keeping them under control while we work on Japan, really. But yeah, I think it's looking okay. In terms of victory cities, 8 out of 10 with the Philippines. This is probably going to fall, I would guess, this turn. It's more likely to fall. I've not done the actual calculation for the battle, but I think it's likely we'd lose this now. So we'll be 7 short, which is going to be probably retaking the Philippines. Shanghai is a possibility, although we'll have to regain the fleet control. I suppose what's more likely to happen is it's going to be Europe. I think it's, from my perspective now, I think Europe's probably going to be the target, because obviously you've got France, Italy, and Berlin, and there's going to be, yeah, Germany are bleeding, so they're not going to be able to hold this forever. I think Japan obviously is very much the stronger nation now, but the thing is they're in no position to reinforce Germany, so Germany is alone in this fight now. So as we slowly wear them down, I think it's going to be more likely we take these 3 for the victory rather than anything in the Pacific now. But who knows? Yeah, it's been a fun game though, very fun. So we'll see how things play out in this round. I think we'll probably lose the Philippines, and we'll see what goes down with the fleet. I'm hoping we kill quite a lot of the fleet, because obviously he's got a lot more planes moving in around here. So the counter-attack might be possible just with these 4 fighters and carriers, but we'll see how bad it is. But I'm hoping, I think if he pushes back out with the transports to take the Philippines back, there may be an option to maybe move a few things out and start pressuring Thailand, the complex in Thailand. But again, it's tricky, I suppose, given the fact there's only 3 artillery there. There's a lot of infantry knocking about, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's round 6 for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the beginning of round 7.